It's February, it's 2025, and time to renew our passports. The expiry date isn't actually until July of 2025. And you might say, well, why are we renewing it so early? Well, the answer is because the issue date was actually May, and May of 2015. And it's not necessarily the expiry date that's important, it's the issue date. And that's got 10 years. We've only got 10 years from May 2015 to May 2025. So that means that our passports effectively run out for travel in Europe, where we would normally go 3 months before that, so March. So we were travelling just after Christmas, so we couldn't do it then. So as soon as we got back, we sort of got the ball rolling to get our new passports. And I'll show you exactly how we did that.
And it was pretty efficient, wasn't it?
I thought I'd go through how we went about renewing our passport. Remember, we're doing it from Spain, but it's pretty much the same if you're doing it from the UK. So basically, the first thing you need to do is go to the website, and I just did Google and went to Google and asked for UK passport renewal, and this was the website that it came up. You can either type it in or just do the search on Google. I think it's probably easier to type it in. It's easier actually to do the Google search. Once you've done that, it brings you to this page, which is to renew or replace your passport. And goes through a few little details with you. And I chose to do a renew online, and for this it said to do that it's going to cost you £88.50. Not true in our case, as you'll find out later on. It says you're going to need a digital photo, and more about that later on too. Obviously a credit or debit card in order to pay for it, and your old passport because you're going to be renewing. So let's carry on. So if you are applying on behalf of somebody else, then you have to go through answering the questions on their behalf. Do you live in the UK? Well, for us, we said no because we live in Spain, and so that's slightly different. If you live in the UK, then you can just click yes and carry on. Next thing, if you're applying on behalf of the adult or child, answer the questions on their behalf. So you've got to put their date of birth. I put my date of birth in here and continued. Have you had a passport before? Well, we're renewing it, so the obvious answer there is yes. So how to apply? You need to get a digital passport photo, and they show you how to do that if you're going to take it yourself. You need to provide all of the details. Basically, it means just filling in the forms as you go along, and it's all fairly straightforward. Find out what documents you need to send, and they'll actually tell you the documents you need, and you've got to pay for it. Standard passport, now you see the price has gone up to £101 for an adult, and it doesn't end there, of course. If required, you need to get someone to confirm your identity. That didn't apply to us, and you're able to track your application. That was quite useful. We got emails regularly, and I even got WhatsApp to tell me where the passport was and what situation it was going through at that time. So the tricky part, I think, is getting this passport photo done, and it goes through a lot of details about getting your passport photo done. You can go to one of the photo places and they will give you a code, and you can put that in, and that's probably the easiest way of doing it. I didn't do it like that, of course. I chose to take my own photo. Well, you can't actually take your own photo. You need to get somebody to do it for you. So Anita took my photo, and I took her photo. So you need someone to help you taking the photos. So it was the next one. If you've got the code, you could enter the code, and I had to upload my digital photo. Gives you lots of help in how to take the photo, the sort of background you have. You can't have things in the background that might interfere with the photograph. So you need a plain, light coloured background. We just chose our outside wall, which is white. You need to make sure you've got reasonable lighting. And when I looked at these, I thought, well, the one in the centre looks better, but it's not even. It's got a dark shadow on one side, it's light on the other side. The one on the right's got a shadow on the wall. You can't have that either. So you need to have no shadows and evenly lit. So it tells you should stand about half a metre away and don't do any photo editing to the photo, as you might do if you're going to send it to someone. No, not to the passport office. You don't interfere with the photo at all. Just take the photo and send it. Facial expressions, you've got to sort of have a relaxed sort of no smile, no forced smile. You've got to be looking directly at the camera. So the one on the right, it's difficult to see what he's doing, but he's actually looking to one side. Just a plain expression. I would have thought maybe the one on that they've accepted, the hair's covering a little bit of the eye, but that didn't seem to match on that one. You can't wear hats or any other decorations in your hair. They do accept certain religious things though, but basically they need to be able to see your face. That's what it's all about, getting those biometrics in. And the face needs to be fully visible. So now the lady on the right there has got one of her eyes more or less covered over. The glasses are interfering with the eyes. So the one without the glasses, so it's better to take them without the glasses. They do have a video. I didn't actually watch the video, but there is a video on their website which goes through how you should take the photographs that make them suitable. So once you've got your photograph, you can upload it. There are certain restrictions. It must be in colour. You can't alter it with any computer software, photoshopping. And they like files to be JPEGs. So they've got to have JPG on the end of, or JPEG on the end of the file. And a reasonable size, but not huge. So 50 kilobytes is the smallest and 10 megabytes is the biggest. So that's probably what your phone would do. You choose your photo and it will show you then whether it's a good photo or a bad photo. And that's me with my good photo. It happened first time actually. The first photo Anita took, I uploaded it and the little meter there went to good. It wasn't the same with Anita for some reason. I had to take several photographs before I got the perfect shot. So once I was happy with that, I could continue. I had to say that this photo meets all the rules and clicked on continue. And it asked me if my passport was lost. No, I had my passport, the old red one. When was your passport issued? And this is the important thing, is to put that date in there. Remember, you've got to do it in the format of 2 digits for the day, 2 for the month, and 4 for the year. So like a 05, a 06 for the month, and the year 1985 or whatever the year was. Well, it was actually 2015, I think. Which is your passport issuing authority? Mine was a UK passport, so I just clicked on the one on the left there. Is your passport damaged? I was lucky. I managed to keep my passport in good condition for 10 years. Do you have any passports from other countries? That doesn't apply to us, but some people, I guess, who have other passports. I've got friends who've got Irish passports, and I've got one friend who's got several passports from different countries, and the UK allows that, so you'd have to click yes if that was the case. But for me, I only have a UK passport, so no, and off I go. What nationality is on your passport? I'm a British citizen. So now I can apply for the UK passport based on your answers. you're applying for an adult renewal, and the cost now is revealed. So it's that £101, gone up from 88, remember, at the beginning, now to 101, plus, because we live abroad, we have to pay the £19.86 courier fee. How long does it take? Well, they give themselves plenty of time. They say it can take up to 4 weeks, and ours took considerably less than that. I do have a friend last year, though, who applied for his, and in 2 months it still hasn't arrived yet to get a new application through. It seems they got it lost somewhere along the line, but that should all now be sorted with the tracking. But it does mean you do give plenty of time, which is why we applied so early, so that we didn't need to worry about passports being lost or other errors might occur in the processing before our plans for the summer. So ours is all complete, so we fill in the application details, pay the amount of money, and we had to send off our old passport. This is where you fill in your passport number and its expiry date. Once you've done that, you can go to the next. Now, I can't show you the rest because I'm not going to renew my passport because I've already done that, but it's just really following all the instructions on the screen. Angela in the UK is also due to renew her passport, and she chose a different option, which was just to go down to the post office with her old passport, and they do it all there for you. They'll take the photograph, and if that seems an easier, you pay a little bit. I think it's only £10 to get it done, and it sort of takes all of the worry out of getting all sorted online. So going to the post office seemed to be the easier option for Angela, and that's exactly what she's done. And we'll find out just how long it takes her, but I imagine it's the same sort of time. They do the digital photographs, they do all the checks for you, and you don't have to do anything really, it's all done. Theirs is a simple 1, 2, 3, 4 step. So find your nearest branch, where's your nearest post office, they take your photograph, they check that everything is right, and then you get your passport in the post. So much easier perhaps than going through all of that. That service obviously is not available to us living in Spain. So having gone through all of that process and sent off our old passports, after a few days, well, it wasn't even a few days, it was 2 days maybe, we got some confirmation that they'd received the old passport and that they would actually proceed with all of the processing. And online and on WhatsApp we were getting messages to say how far they'd got.
Very, very well.
It was all very efficient, wasn't it? It all seemed to be okay. And then eventually they said that the new passport was actually going to be sent, and we could track it through DHL. And mine actually came before Anita's, in fact a whole day before Anita's, and we had to sign for it, or Anita signed for it, didn't you? And I got my new passport.
And then the next day mine arrived, plus 2 other packages, which were the old passports, but I didn't have to sign for them.
With the corner cut off.
A bit weird.
So yeah, so everything went very smoothly. It was just strange that we didn't have to sign for the second lot, which brought back Anita's passport and the old one. But all in all, very simple, very straightforward, and it took 2 weeks and 1 day, I think you told me. 2 weeks and 1 day, so nothing really to worry about. We've now got our passports, which are valid, I'll see, obviously 10 years again, to 2035. And the issue date and the expiry date are exactly the same, and it's February 2035. So we've got our passports. Well, we've got this new colour. I kind of like the red colour. It made me feel European, and I am a European. Well, we are European, that's where we live. We live in Europe. And it's got a page which is thicker, more like an ID card. I would like to have had an ID card that we could use, but the UK don't have that.
And in England, Angela's applying for her passport at the moment.
I mentioned that, and
she's done it through the post office.
Through the post office, and she's hopefully going to get hers very soon, and we'll be out here to see us getting some warm sunshine. She tells us how cold it is over there. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting and useful. Thanks very much for watching it, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye for now. Bye.